sitting out here watching my dog take a poo isn't that exciting. I got some things going on that I have been fretting about and praying and crying about. If you watched my video that was titled, I can't even remember what it was titled, something about, I don't know if I'm going to post this or shouldn't have, I don't know. It was the one where I was looking for prayer. Anyway, several videos back, I was in one of my slumpy moods, my downward spirals. Sometimes I get that way, especially at night. I don't know why. Everything seems gloomier at night. But I was praying, and I've been having issues with my youngest child. He's not a child. He's 21 years old. He just turned 21. I love him so much, and I'm so proud of the things he's accomplished in life. And he has a good career that he's in, and he makes good money, and he's very responsible and takes really good care of himself, and he has a lot going for him. But for some reason, he has just chosen to quit talking to his family. I don't know what the pinpointed reason is for that. I haven't spoken to him since April 10th. And I am heartbroken about it. I've never gone this long without talking to my kids. On Friday, April 10th, we were going to spend the day together that morning. I was going to help him do some things at the bank and run some errands with him. Then we got to talking, and I was asking him about his girlfriend, and of whom I've never met. I've asked him, why don't you bring her over? Let us all meet her, get to know her. He does it. He's like, yeah, we'll do that one day. Or is always a reason. But it's hurtful because he goes to her house all the time. He's met her family. He spends a lot of time over there. But he won't bring her to meet us. Are we embarrassing or something? I mean, we're just a normal family. My oldest son and me are real close, and he is just like my twin, personality-wise. I mean, we're so much alike. We share everything together. And I try to be that way with my youngest. I love him to pieces, and he's always been able to confide in me about things. I've always been the one he's come to when he's been upset about stuff. And I always felt like we were close. He has a lot of negative thoughts about things, and that's all he talks about. And I'm like, can we just move on and talk about something else? I'm not trying to have my day around negativity. And I think that hit a sore spot with him. We don't agree on a lot of things. We do agree on a lot of things, but we don't agree on everything, which is to be expected. It's to be expected because he's his own person. We were just talking about life and stuff, and I was telling him about my thoughts on some things and the biblical perspective of some of the things he's going through, and I try to be a good positive influence in that regard. I try to speak life into his situations. I try to share Jesus. I mean, my kids were born and raised in church, and my whole family, we've all been Christians our whole lives, and God has blessed us and kept us from a lot of things that if we weren't following him, we could have gotten into. I tell myself that's my testimony. I've been protected from things that if I wouldn't have had him in my life, I would have been subjected to. And I'm so thankful that he saved me from so many possible things. He's blessed me in so many ways. And I try to share those blessings with him and with my son, and try to encourage him, and but he doesn't see things in a positive light the way I try to portray it. He gets down about a lot. I try to encourage him, but for some reason that day, nothing I said, he didn't want to hear it. And without going into personal details, he started yelling at me, and I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Why are you talking to me like this? I've done nothing but love you and try to encourage you and speak life over you and pray for you. All I know is he's going through some things, and I have been praying daily, all day. I've been praying at night. I lose sleep at night because I pray all night long for him. I cry myself to sleep so many times just praying for him. I want nothing more than for him to be happy, genuinely happy, and be full of joy, and spread that joy to others, and not be so downtrodden all the time. And it worries me, it breaks my heart. All I do is pray for him. I know God has a plan for his future and for his life, and he's just got to give it to God. He's got to submit to God and to live for God. So, with all that being said, he has not spoken to me since that day. And really, it was nothing on my part that I did to make him ghost me like he has. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. He was angry because of some of my opinions on things, I guess, weren't in line with his opinions. And he was like, I'm just gonna leave. And at this point, he threatens things, and he's like, I'm leaving, I'm going home. He lives in Georgia. He came home for the weekend so I could go do some things with him, to run some errands with him and help him with some stuff. And so he was home. He was planning on spending the night that night and staying and going back home Sunday. This was Friday. He's like, I'm just tired. I'm just leaving. I'm gonna leave. And he kept saying it. And I'm finally like, I'm just gonna call this bluff. I'm like, fine. Go ahead. Go home. But that flipped a switch in him. He's like, oh, so now you want me to leave? He turned my words on me. I said, that is not what I meant. That is not what I meant. I just was calling your bluff. I mean, you wanted to leave, so I'll tell you to leave. I didn't mean leave permanently. I just meant if he wanted to go home, chill out, take a break, do it. I didn't mean permanently. I wanted him to come back. And then immediately I felt regret for even saying it. And I really wasn't being mean. I was repeating what he said. He's like, just take me home, take me home. He didn't want to do any of the errands that we set out to do. He just, I didn't understand any of this because this blew up from nothing. I mean, we weren't, it was a good day up to that point. We weren't even fighting or anything or arguing. It was just, we were going out to run errands together. So I took him home. He didn't want to go to the bank. He didn't want to do all this stuff that we were going to do. He's like, just take me home. So we had about 5 more minutes of drive until we got home. And just to keep the peace, I was like, Andrew, I was like, I love you. I don't want you to leave. I just want you to be happy. I was like, please don't go. Just go home and go to your room and just take some time to yourself and decompress, you know? I held his hand and I said, I love you and I'm sorry if I offended you or hurt your feelings. That's not what my intention was. So I don't want you to leave. I want you to stay. Please don't go home. And I was like, can I have a hug? Can we just start over? He's like, no. And he got out and he slammed the car door and he ran in the house. That hurt. It broke me. I didn't do or say anything to bring this on. So I was still in my car at this point. He ran in the house and I still had errands to run. I had to go to the grocery store. So I was like, I'm just going to leave and let him cool off. So I went to the store, came home. He was gone. I haven't seen him since that moment. April 10th. It is now June 5th. I have sent him multiple text messages asking him if he's okay, telling him I love him and I want to see him, telling him to come home and visit. And his birthday was April 18th. I wanted him to come home for his birthday. I'm like, I want to spend your birthday with you. I said, happy birthday. And he never responded. And then I sent him I thought maybe he blocked me. I thought he blocked my text message or something. So I sent him a Facebook message. He doesn't have Facebook. He doesn't get on Facebook, but he will get a message on Messenger. It'll pop up and he'll usually look at it. I was like, did you have a happy birthday? Just wanted to check on you, see how you was doing. I want you to know I love you and you're welcome back home anytime. I want to spend time with you. No response. So I'm at a point now where I don't know what I need to do. Do I need to leave it alone? Quit trying to reach out to him? Because every time I reach out to him, it's just he just ignores me. But I found out that he did not block my text messages because he'd gotten something in the mail. I think it was college, his diplomas or something. He gets his mail at our house still. He hasn't changed it to his current address in Georgia, but because he usually comes home every other weekend at least, and he'll get his mail and do things around here because he's got friends here he spends time with. But anyway, I sent him a text and said, you've got 3 official documents from your college and I just wanted you to know they're here in case you needed them. He didn't respond that day. What is it, Bailey? It's just a car. You're fine. Anyway, he didn't respond to me that day, but the next night, it was almost a full day after I sent that text. He just responded with, okay. So he's getting my text. He just is choosing to ignore me. Bailey, you act like you've never seen a car before. So I am dealing with this estrangement, I guess is what you call it. And the funny thing is, he's doing the same thing to my husband and his brother. They weren't even there that day. They didn't. So that's what makes me think, I don't think it's me. I don't know why he's not talking to anybody. I mean, if he came pulling up right now, I would pretend like nothing happened, and I would just run and give him a hug and tell him I loved him and I missed him, and it would just be like, start over, brand new from this day forward. He's got to know that. I've told him that he's welcome and that I don't feel any ill will towards him at all. There's nothing. We didn't get into a fight that would cause this, or I just don't understand. I don't know what's going on in his life. I don't know if there's something personal that he's not telling me, that he just doesn't want me to know. I don't know what he's dealing with. But I know he still has friends here, and he still spends time with them, and I've talked to his friends, and like, well, he doesn't act like anything's wrong. He's fine. He's cutting up with us. And I'm like, well, tell him to come home. Tell him that we're thinking about him and we miss him. And they relay the message to him, and he just acts like he don't care. Got to give it to God, and that's hard because I just want to fix it myself. I can't fix this. I don't know how to fix this. I don't know what there is to fix. I don't know what happened. My husband's birthday is on the 8th, and we are going to celebrate his birthday this Saturday, and we're going to go to Outback and with some family and just have lunch or dinner together. And I texted my son and told him, I'm like, hey, can you come to Outback on Saturday? We're gonna have a birthday get together for your dad, and would love to see you there. Let me know so we can get a head count, so I know how many to reserve a table for. And no answer, no response. So he's not even willing to be there for his daddy for his birthday. I'm trusting in God. I've got to. That's the only thing I can do. Trusting in God to bring him back home, to be with him, to help him in whatever he's dealing with, emotionally, mentally, whatever it is. God can heal him, and God can heal our relationship with his family, with us. He can bring him back home. And I'm just going to pray and believe that. And if I feel led to reach out again, I will. But I'm not going to force myself in his life. He's going to have to choose to be part of this family. We all love him so much. I would give my life for this kid, and he knows it. I wish nothing but the best for him. I'm so proud of his accomplishments in life. He's done so well for himself. But I can't force him to want to spend time with me, to want to spend time with his brother or his daddy. Any of the family, for that matter. He doesn't want to do anything with any of us, extended or immediate. He's just distanced himself. But that's alright. I don't know what's going on. There's a reason behind it, and I don't know what it is, but God will make a way, and it will be in God's timing, not mine. So, there's that. It's going to be okay. But I do have that on my mind all the time. I pray about it all the time. Constantly praying. It does bring me down, but I've got to not let it bring me down. Because I have so much to be thankful for. And I know God has a plan. I can't see the big picture right now. I'm just looking at this little pinpoint section that I can see. But God sees the whole picture. So He knows how it's going to end. He's got this. I've got to give it to Him fully, though. Quit worrying about it. So, I would appreciate any and all prayers. Have any of y'all have had to deal with stuff like this with adult children? That you love and raised and cared for and would give your life for, and they just don't feel the same about you. How do you deal with it? How have y'all dealt with it if you've had this situation happen to you? Are you leaning on God like I am? That's all we can do is lean on God, because at the end, He's the only answer, and He's the only way through any of our problems. So I've got to learn to choose joy, to be joyful in everything, because I'm not going to live my life, I can't live my life in a downward spiral because something happens that is hurtful. I can't let it break me. I'm going to give it to God and let Him take care of it, and let Him take care of him. I pray for blessings in my son's life, both of my children. I love them. I love them so much. Blessings in everything, Lord. Spiritually, mentally, physically. Bless them. In Jesus' name. I got to give it to God and quit worrying about it. Anyway, I hope I haven't annoyed you with my story. I just thought I'd put this out there, and just to talk about it feels good, because I don't talk about it too much, because I kind of keep things inside. I think about it. I ponder everything spiritually, mentally. But I don't talk about them as much as I need to, probably. So this is kind of therapeutic. But anyway, I hope everyone has a good day. And if you're going through something like this, give it to God. Do your best. Just give it to God. Of course, pray every day. Pray for the situation. Pray for the person. Pray for yourself. I pray for myself too, for God to show me any error in my ways, and to convict me and to correct me when I'm wrong, because I don't want to hurt anyone or do anything to cause anyone to stumble or to cause anyone any pain. I want to be like Jesus and to love like Jesus and to do God's will. So, with that being said, happy Friday. Y'all have a good weekend.